perception is always wide open and spacious. So there's nothing to understand. There's nothing to get. It's just that for many of us, we've trained ourselves to focus on all the contents of complete perceptual openness and take those to be real, take those to be our frame of reference or who we take ourselves to be and who we take others to be. But all the while, just like space itself, perception is completely wide open and it's never been contained anywhere. This morning I was drying my hair and I noticed that the hairdryer takes air in the back and then it does its thing and the air warms up and it comes out the other end and it dries the hair. But if the back end is closed off and the air doesn't just flow through, the whole thing overheats and explodes and melts down. And so that's kind of what happens when we force and train our perception to focus on points of view within the all-encompassing pure view of awareness and take those points of view to be our frames of reference for who we are and what the world is. And in order to get acquainted with that perceptual openness, it doesn't require that we do anything. It doesn't require that we make any effort of any kind. If we just relax, completely relax our body and mind, and if we do that repeatedly, it's guaranteed that that will become automatic. So rather than perception being just closed in on individual points of view, our experience of that will be that perception is open and relaxed and spacious. And all the things that we hear about non-duality that are also points of view, like there is no doer, there is no experience, there is no one, all of these things, these are also just points of view. There's no point of view to take up about anything, not about non-duality or anything else. The meaning of non-duality truly is a single non-dual expanse in which everything is equal. And so in that equalness, someone and no one are equal. They're not two. That's the meaning of non-duality, not two. Someone and no one are not two. So to try to say there's either someone or no one is just to fixate on a point of view. Why trouble ourselves with additional philosophical concerns? Why not just get familiar with the way things are rather than to continue to strive and continue to try to make something into something when there's nothing there to be made into something. All the points of view within the pure view of all-encompassing awareness are equal in that they're all awareness, that no matter what the point of view is, it's never had a nature or an origin independent of awareness. But if we look at one of those points of view, for example, our own personal identity, most of us take our personal identity to be the collection of all our past points of view. That's what we think we are. We collect all our past points of view and say, this is who I am. So, well, that seems kind of silly then, doesn't it? When all the while there's just a completely relaxed reality that's the basis of everything and is completely undeniable. Now today we have so many metaphors, so many analogies, so many similes that we're creating all the time for this complete openness points of view or information. And it's just like when we go on the internet. The internet, what it really is a collection of points of view. But those points of view, they're really just electronic information. They're just zeros and ones existing in an open field. But those zeros and ones are points of view too. But if we go on the internet and we go to one page on the internet and we dive into that one website and get all wrapped up in it, has anyone ever done that? That's like taking ourselves to be something that's fixed and has an independent nature, when all the while all there is information within space or points of view within the open view of awareness. So when it comes to solving our own problems or our problems as a species or the problems we've created in the world, to try to collect different points of view to solve those problems is kind of a hapless task. It isn't really leading us anywhere. The problems are worsening. However, this perspective of the all-encompassing view doesn't need any kind of point of view in order to arrive at a solution to anything, whether it's a personal problem or a global problem. The all-encompassing view is the view of wisdom, and that view of wisdom can only be realized through complete relaxation. And that relaxation comes about in one of two ways, either through resting perception into openness for short moments, repeated many times in a completely uncontrived way until it becomes automatic, or continuing to hear about the nature of reality until conviction dawns. So either way, a process of complete relaxation takes place. But there isn't really ever a process, because relaxation already is the nature of everything, just as it is.